But the reality is, it's
take it easy, man.
White people who are accepted as white, and everybody else, and that means Filipinos, Laotians, and everybody else. The problem is, motherfuckers think because they can move themselves closer to whiteness, because move closer to the power structure. They're trying to do that so that they don't got to get that heat that black folks get. Meantime, black folks get it. You don't have a choice.
Everybody that I grew up with that were Cambodian, Laos, Filipino, Vietnamese, that came, that were my friends, that were refugees, told me that when they were in the office, coming in, getting their government papers, all that, they said, stay away from black people.
Yeah, that's
they told us the truth. Yeah. They were like, no, they tell us, don't, black people steal, black people. I go, but we just gave you clothing.
Yeah.
But they would just, in their head,
and they had
the white motherfuckers would tell them, stay away from black. That's all they think about. Stay away from black people. What do we do about black people? It's on their mind.
Manipulation, bro. That's the media manipulation. They want you to they want
everybody against us because they know we're the strongest. Period. We're the fucking strongest.
And that's
anybody that's concerned about you. Nobody's concerned about Indian people. Nobody.
No, I'm talking about
no, I'm being honest.
No,
nobody's thinking about India.
Not concerned about. That's what I'm saying.
Nobody's thinking about Indian dudes. Nobody's thinking about Chinese dudes.
That's my point.
Nobody's thinking. Everybody's thinking about black men.
Keep their foot on the
black fuckers think about black dudes. You know why? Because I have a bunch of videos of Indian dudes rap battling.
But the thing is, okay, but
all they think about is black men.
I want to talk about that because
they always worry about us fucking your women.
The problem is
they always worry about us fucking your women. Period. Everybody's worried about black dudes smashing their women. They warn their daughters, don't smash no dude, no black dude. Don't bring no black dude into the house.
They got that.
It's a fear and a fetishize.
You make the women Jezebels. They're so sexual. Yeah. The reason why they did that historically, they did that because it was white men raping them, and they wanted to have the reason we're not raping them. They're just so sexually out of control. This is why and black men are supposed to be. They just want to fuck everything. They're like animals and they're savages.
And white men are the worst.
White dudes who built this country on raping black women, black men,
Native
and
Americans, black Indians.
Look at this Epstein file shit like it's brand new. What the fuck do you think they was doing to black people that they owned? They were property. Yeah. And then when we talk about, if you talk about you get people who are not descendants of, and you talk about reparations. Oh, you get no reparations. They gave reparations to the slave owners. Y'all are bugging, and they also gave it to the Japanese during the internment. Gave it to the Chinese.
Everybody.
They're still paying reparation for the Jews that we didn't even do nothing for.
Nothing. Ooh, that's dope. Look at my.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy at Don. Keep it going, Charles. Back out another video. Yeah, so it's gonna be a little controversial. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna hit a lot of feelings. This is gonna be a little controversial, but yeah, my honest opinion of that video. I think it's crazy to think that that's all it comes down to, and that's all the hatred comes down to. I mean, you put a group of people down for so long. And just constantly, having to overcome everything, beat every obstacle that you can throw at us and stuff like that. And still be creators, still be innovators, still be trendsetters. And then I would be mad too. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'd be mad too. But unfortunately, people think the worst of us, and that's what I don't like about kind of living in this country a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because even like, you got different races or nations of people that like to put certain narratives on black people, my people actually, my people, so much so that they'll tell other race of people when they get here from other countries to not mess with us, not be bothered with us, not deal with us, not do business with us. But yet, when shit hit the fan and protocols needs to be met, they picking people up like me, taking them back to their countries and stuff like that. So I think ooh, I think a lot of that is just hypocritical in within itself. But that's what this country is really built off of. Like Dante Nero said, bro, that's what it's built off of. Like I said, this video gonna be controversial, but that's just my take on it. And we'll get a little bit into different things. I don't know yet. But yeah, bro, like even from like I know I'm not a big religious dude, but even I listen to I listen to the elders in my family. You know what I'm saying? And one of them being my granddad. And even like I'm not the biggest religion person, but even he's kind of like within his like studying, and it's kind of like a religion, I guess. Even within his studying, it's got to the point where like it gets down to the point like even like way in biblical. And I know people like to say like, well, it started with Slovakians were the first slaves. The word slave comes from the word Slovak, and they were owned by the Arabs. You know what I'm saying? I get that, but for some reason, bro, it always comes back to black people. You know what I'm saying? Um, and there's not that many of us here in America, bro. Look at all the shit that's going on, bro. Unfortunately, and then you got like natural deaths or homicides or just weird cases and stuff like that going on. But there's not that many of us, you know what I'm saying? Like in my last video, I said a couple weeks ago, um, Brazil has the first, first largest black population out of Africa. This is in a whole different country, Brazil, you know what I'm saying? Tropical jungles and shit. You still got black people living in the jungles over there, bro. Brazil's dinner like Africa, but Brazil has the largest black populations of black people in Brazil outside of Africa. And I think America is like the third largest. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and like brag about it, whatever, but it's in my bloodline. I ain't gonna, it's in our bloodline. Like, we are the trendsetters, folks. We good at everything we do, you know what I'm saying? Um, we we built everything, we done everything, you know what I'm saying? It's just throughout history. It's even in the Bible, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's to the point, like I said, I kind of got off topic. It's to the point, like I said, I'm not even that religious, but hell, even I'm kind of looking, finding things out in the Bible. Like there's black people in the Bible, but then when they try to take that out and then throw in the fact that like, okay, if we're not gonna give them the truth, let's give them like, a way where they can think that they overcame this over and over and over and time again when they've been them niggas, so we've been them people, you know what I'm saying? And we've been those people. And but it continuously be nothing but murder, slander, and hate, rape, everything on us, bro. Like everything. Like even in the Bible it says, I'm not gonna say particular race, but we all know kind of really, well, black, brown people from the Middle East, that scattered all over the earth, God's chosen children. You know what I'm saying? It just so happens the black Americans make the loudest noise here in America, and a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people hate that. So I know there's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna be like, "What?" and want to argue, go in the comments, but it is what it is, bro. We've seen this shit throughout time and time again. I cannot explain how many times you can tell a person genuinely without going crazy or without sounding angry, and the only thing they can just throw out there is derogatories or some dumb made up situation or some statistics and shit. Like it just mind boggles me, bro. Like y'all just don't understand, bro. It's just so irritating, bro. Like I, I've had to break this shit down my own self. I even have to. It's just even the ones you love or you think you love or friends, family, friends or family. You could talk to people till they're blue in the face, and they'll understand it to a degree, but then it's just one of those, well, what about this? And da-da-da, and da-da-da, and da-da-da, and da-da-da, and da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, like even with my girlfriend, bro, she said, yeah, but you want to talk about such and such, but how come black people make up 98% of murders and some shit like that? One, one, I told her like, if you just look back in time before the Bible, like black people weren't killing each other like that. You know what I'm saying? Niggas wasn't killing each other. Like we were building empires and building like stuff in the agricultural world and building civilization. You see how I just did that, bro? I'm not even. Oh yeah, we built the pyramids. We did it. I'm not. Oh, and people still get mad. Oh, what did you think? You know what I'm saying? Like we was building civilization. Like so, we wasn't killing each other per se like that, but it really was. There was a lot of land war. There was a lot of war, agricultural war, and tribal war. You had a lot of that going on, but it wasn't pushed as hard as it is today necessarily. At least back then, everybody, I feel like black and brown was on this earth. That was on this earth way back was like cousins, all in some form of way related. I feel like a lot of them knew each other back then. Like if you look at all the black and brown people from every nation on this population on this like global earth, bro, way back in ancient civilization, I feel like everybody knew what the fuck was going on. Now it's just people just play dumb and just retarded. Just does like a lot of stupid stuff and then just like put the blame on black folks or not even that. Just like being derogatory or such as those things of those nature. But like it just comes down to insecurities. Like a lot of people from different races have insecurities about black people. That's not my problem, bro. I mean, the same way people crack jokes or being rude or trying to be funny, we the trendsetters, bro. It is what it is, bro. I hate to say it. And then when like you look out throughout history, bro, it don't just stop at slavery. But when it did stop at slavery, we were under the worst conditions and still built America on ourselves, bro. Still created music, still created our clothings, the way we cook, the way we dress, the way our energy was, the way we built things, the way we loved one another, just all that, bro. Like it's just crazy, bro. Uh, that's all. Like I said, you want to put the blame on niggas and shit, but that's all this country built off was rape, bro. Slavery. And it was practiced on us bad here in America. I say that shit was practiced in America way worse than it was in like ancient times. I think that would still be considered ancient times back then during slavery. I mean, slavery was part of ancient times, so to speak. But like I said, it's the way that it went down. Like this shit could have been like stopped, or this shit could have been like not happen or whatever. Like, what if there wasn't slavery? What if everybody just came over in this bitch like on some peaceful shit and built like that'd be weird. Like I ain't gonna lie, like, but unfortunately that's not what it was. A group of people was brought here from Africa, mixed with the black Native Americans here, and I'm not saying they hey look, you go back in time far enough, they was black, bro. They was dark. I hate to break it to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna break it down as the simple. I'm gonna break it down as simple as I can, bro. Like I said, America don't have that many black people. If you look at our shit today, we're just so known because we set the trend for everything, and we've been through a lot of shit, and we continuously create shit out of fucking nothing. Um, and we're at the lowest of the total pole. Anybody who is a Black American slave descendant of those people are still. We're at the lowest totem pole. I'm not saying you mentally have to. We. It's a mind thing, but what was I saying? It's just, it's the way everything went down, bro. Yeah, it's the way everything went down. But like I said, it was a group of people from a different country that looked just like us, came to the Americas and mixed with us. And you have more people that came to America mixed with us. You have more other people here came to America mixed with us. And motherfuckers was on boats or walking because continents and countries were connected back then. I believe in some of that shit. Uh, So technically, if speaking, black people are mixed with everything, but at the same time, we're not the largest population. You know what I'm saying? We had Africans that came from Middle East and Africa. You have black people in the Middle East. You have black people in Africa. You have black people in Europe. You have black people in India. But specifically speaking, I would say Africa. Uh, that came from specific tribes, came to the Americas, and mixed with other brown, black, indigenous people. Yeah, basically black, brown, and black indigenous people. You know what I'm saying? And then they created a hybrid of black people back then. And then look what happened. They stopped slavery. They create breeding farms. So that means the people that they brought over here, the people that was already over here that looked like each other, and then they created a breeding farm. Boom, you know what I'm saying? Another hybrid of black folks. You get the strongest and the strongest, the best of the best. But that's either here or there because nobody wants to hear it or take time. Or that's just my theory on it, respectfully. That's just what I'm going to say. That's just my theory on it. You know what I'm saying? Because it just don't make any sense that how is that we have a group of people that have way better living conditions on Earth, can live on this Earth way better than anybody else can. How is it the strongest people that's been through the test of time of man in biblical terms survive all this? It's just us, bro. And that's not no bragging shit. That's just in the bloodline, bro. Uh, but like I said, I'm not here to brag. Like I said, brag or anything. But I kind of do. I kind of do can brag. You know what I'm saying? Like, despite all this killing and shit, like in the streets and shit. You know what I'm saying? I shit that started with the Civil War and all that shit. All that bloodshed over land and people choosing who this and that. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Uh, Yeah, bro, and I could get a little deeper in that, but I'm not really going to like that. But like I said, it's just us as a people. You know, so we've been through so much shit through the test of time. Whether it was man created, whether it was universe created or God created, we've been through there to rebuild, create, understand disaster, understand everything at an all time high. I will say this: us as a people have to. We do got to do better, though. You know what I'm saying? We have to like work on, like I said, getting back in tuning with each other again and getting back into with the rhythm of laws of the universe. Because there's a lot of stuff out here that don't make sense that's happening. And unfortunately, it's happening to us again, and we're still having to prove people time and time again that we can make it, we can do it. Whether it's love or hate in this bitch, we gonna create some shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I look at it. And I hate that I hate that we're pinned as the worst people ever when it's not the case, bro. And you know what's crazy, bro? You know what's crazy? And I feel like things that are done bad to black people, like or crazy, like things that are happening. It's like other people get cursed for it now. It's weird, like when you see some type of hatred or murder or this and that and the other. I feel like other people are starting to get cursed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what we do to each other, you know what I'm saying, it's not right. So we have to deal with that internally, and we have to deal with each other in the community. But they, that's just what that's what the media pushes out to people. So I guess people feel like they can, and it was weird. Like how if you think we can just go around killing, if y'all think for 1 minute black people just can go around killing each other, fighting each other, what makes you think we're just gonna let any race bully us, bro? If we're doing it to each other, what makes you think we're just gonna let anybody walk over us, bro? And we've been fighting every race of man that you can think of in ancient times, in biblical times, in modern times, bro. And we weren't even trying to. It was peace to the Middle East, bro. We was trying to build everything. You know what I'm saying? But to each his own. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to hate another man because what I'm gonna hate you for, and you making money off of me. What the fuck, bro? That's what I'm saying. Like I be trying to tell, like, bro. I don't see what people don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Why are you so focused on the next man for? Why are you that insecure on the next man where you might want to kill this man or harm him or do something to him or his family, his friends, his loved ones, his goals, his missions, his financial, like all that, bro. What that don't make it just, I'm starting to realize maybe it's not black people that's cursed. Maybe it's other people that's cursed. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because it doesn't make sense for us to go through all this shit. Like, what could it possibly be that we go through the most shit, like, and we deal things with an all-time high, and it's not our fault. It can't just be jealousy, bro. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I've been pondering on this shit, and trying to figure it out, and I think I've got it figured out, bro. And if that's what I think it is, it's the stupidest shit. You mean everybody died over this shit? Like it's it's I don't understand it, bro. It's something deeper than hatred, bro. And maybe it's like a fetish slash insecurity thing. I don't know, bro. I'm kind of starting to figure it out, but I haven't got too deep in it because if it's what I think it is, it's the dumbest shit ever, bro. To be honest with you, like I said, I'm too busy trying to get myself together, But time and time again, it's just that it's crazy that it's 2026 and we still. I won't even say the race thing. It's no longer racist. It's jealousy and insecurities, bro, and fetish. That's all it is, bro. I would call that weirdo world, sort of weirdo feelings or some shit like it. Like, I don't understand it, bro. It just doesn't make sense. Like, and then we have a deep connection with everything that is as of today and just throughout history. And we cultivate it to a beauty that no one can even people can't do themselves anymore, at least. You know what I'm saying? We're still producing some, but even with that, we still continue to produce things in the fucking world, and they put all these things that put obstacles in front of us, and we still overcome it. I don't understand it, bro. I just don't understand it, and I don't think I want to understand it. But I think I know what it is at the same time. But I'm not gonna sit here and say because I need you guys to figure it out. Think about yourselves, like the late great leader said, Malcolm X quote: "Learn to think for your own, bro. Learn to think for yourself. Think for self, bro. Learn to think for self, bro." And that quote stuck with me for so long. That quote probably stuck with me for like 9 years, bro. Probably more than that, longer than that. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Um, especially, um, I'm just saying, and for my people out there in our community, I suggest get back with your elders, get back with your people, learn. There's a lot more to what, and it's all coming out on its own. You know what I'm saying? Like, not just here in America, but even in Russia, they're showing black angels and Jesus's pictures and his mother and all that stuff, and they're showing Putin is showing all this shit in his vote, and then you got black people in the Middle East, or you just got people in the Middle East with the same pictures and writings of black people, angels and guardians and shamans, all that stuff, everything spiritual, so that pertains with the spirit. Uh, it's just throughout time and history, bro. It's just I don't know, but even here, what I'm saying, it's starting to hit home. I would say get back with your elders, get back with your people, because hell, even people from who are not from this country are telling y'all right in y'all's face. We were here for, if we're not the chosen ones, we were here first, but I don't know, what I'm saying? Like I said, we are God's chosen children. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it. Who committed the most rape, murder, crime, and exploitation on this earth? And sure the hell with me. I may have been a victim of it. I may have used it against the system to get some out of, but it wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? I think that's fascinating. Like I said, even when you look into like religious texts too, or in the Bible and or different, just anything, not just the Bible, but anything. It just it's even in your okay. I say it like this in a nutshell: the Bible, Quran, everything you can think of, books, all text, even the black Buddha statues in China with the nappy hair. Bro, it all connects when you start putting the dots together. So many black gods and goddesses and so many guardians and so there's everywhere a footprint Indian everywhere that there was you know and like I said, the fetishization of us, that shit's freakishly weird. With the hatred, um you know my thing is, what's the point of coming to this land if another group of people that have hurt this group of people tells you, oh yeah, don't do business with them because they're bad people, but do business with us, and then y'all get fucked in the long run. Like, how does that make sense, bro? And then you guys run with these group of people, and then end up getting murdered, raped, killed, finessed out of. We just learned what they did. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, we still humble, bro. They tell y'all not to hang with us when you come to this country, but when you guys come to this country, you guys deal with them, then you get a little experience of it. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of God's chosen children that were across the globe came to the Americas, and it just created a new hybrid of black people, and we just overcame everything. You know what I'm saying? As a spiritual people, have we lost that? I think so, but I think we're gaining it. We've gained it back. A lot of people are gaining it back, but in different ways. So it's not all under one certain system or one system or everything. You got different types out there. You know what I'm saying? But that's still the Starseed family, or whatever the case may be, or whatever you want to call it. It's the Star family. Uh, they were saying there's even aliens that look like us. So I don't know, bro. There's a connection to everything. Um, but I had to stoop that low. I wanted to make this video because it's like, what's this fascination with hating us and murdering us and killing us, bro? I don't understand it because I don't even. You feel me? Like I ain't gonna I don't know. I don't understand it. It's just crazy, bro. And I think a lot of black people that are in the Caribbean islands and that are overseas and in Africa, y'all need to stop this fucking FBA and Caribbean and Black American and just all this shit, bro. We all one, bro. If you black or brown like me, bro, it is what it is. Y'all, we definitely come on, bro. And I know they say all skin folks ain't kin folks, but it is starting to all click together to me, you know what I'm saying? We all do the same shit. We eat the same shit, and we just do it in different ways. We make the same music. It's just in different vibes. It's just all that, bro. Uh, yeah, that's just. I might do a video on that, but even with that, because I know I know my sister's Puerto Rican. We got a little bit of Latino blood in us, whatever you want to call it. But like I said, it is what it is. We all one family, bro. I might do a video on that, but we all one family, and it doesn't make sense to constantly talk about the shit that we did to each other in the past when it was just based on systemic ideal racism. You know, whether it was against each other or whatever the case may be. Like I said, from the islands, from the Caribs to Africa to all over, bro. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, yeah, Black Americans. We everybody's first cousins, so it is what it is, bro. Love it, like it, hate it. But yeah, check out the whole Putin thing. Unveiling his vault, black angels, gods, goddesses. Just do your history, do your research. So do some history on the middle, black folks in the Middle East. Do your history on black people in Mongolia and Russia. All those temples and worships and stuff like that. like I said, we just over here. A lot of us are over here waking up, doing our thing, and discovering a lot of new shit. But you know what I'm saying, you still gotta take things with a grain of salt too. At the end of the day, so you know what I'm saying, and create your own, make your own. You know what I'm saying, do what you want to do. Uh, but yeah, you know, we ain't out here hating nobody, killing nobody. We not worried about that. We trying to just get our shit together, and it just seems like everybody else is living in survival mode. You know what I'm saying? Black people ain't living in survival mode. It just seems like everybody else around us in this world living in survival mode. You know what I'm saying? Shit, it's almost like this is our corner store type shit. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Either we love us or hate us, you know what I'm saying? Um, it is what it is, bro. And I think, like I said, I think it's just a waste of time, you know. But at the end of the day, just think about it. I want you guys to think about it before I end it with this. Think about it. We've been here for so long, bro, and been stomped on, rape, beat, pillage, everything you can think of. And what don't make sense is like a group of people tell other folks when they get over here, hey, don't deal with us because we're bad folks. But yet, they've always been in charge. And you see what's been happening to us. It's still going on. Y'all continuously, for some dumbass idea reason, to run with these dangerous ass people. And then you get bitten in. You know what I'm saying? Like, just think about that. Like, making a deal with a murderer that killed this person. Go with this person, look at it, and just kind of go with that person. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're dead, or do I just no? That's a bad analogy. It's if one person in a group is if one person killed a group of three people and those two people are alive, and another person comes around. And that guy with the knife says, "Hey, come with me. They're bad people." And you see them with their hands up, or just warning you or on guard, and they're telling you not to deal with that dude with the knife in his hand. What are you gonna do, bro? Like, are you gonna join with the three people that can try and figure out take this motherfucker down, or are you gonna join the dude with the hand in his knife? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or just go along with the bullshit and do what you got to do. You know, I don't know. I don't know. But I think the hatred, you know what I'm saying, it makes no sense, bro. We ain't got time for hatred, you know what I'm saying? We too busy trying to figure out our lineage and figure out our history. We too busy trying to make money, have fun while we're on this earth. So and that's the other thing. It's gonna be a new generation soon, thankfully, you know what I'm saying? But so that's just my take on it. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think about it? Leave it the likes and shares or comments. Comment below. You know what I'm saying? Do you have time to sit around and think about the next man and the next woman and their lineage? How you hate them? You just stuck there broke all the time. Got nothing else to do. You stink. You don't wash your ass. Or are you on some? You know what? Let me do this. Let me figure this out on my own. Let me study on my own. Let me take time to learn myself, learn the enemy, and learn the people, and figure out what's going on before I just go out here and start jumping side to side before I can get myself hurt. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Love y'all. This your boy at Don. Keep it going, Charles.